Your sex drive just doesn't evaporate into thin air. So, why does it feel like it's gone sometimes? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to my channel. As always, I am Matt from Cleveland Sex Therapy. I'm a licensed clinical therapist and ASECT certified sex therapist. And yes, I am in a sling because I broke my arm about a month ago. Actually, I don't know when this video is dropping. It'll be, around a month or like 6 weeks or whatever. But yeah, pretty tragic to say the least. But the show must go on. Thus, I am recording content because, as always, providing sex positive sex education and resources is something that I love doing. So that's what we're going to keep doing. Before we begin, if you enjoy sex positive, research driven, and shame reducing content all around sex and relationships, hit subscribe. I finally hit 1,000 subscribers, and I truly cannot thank all of you enough. If I could tell you one area that I explore most with people, it would be this topic right here. I hear it all the time. Sometimes it's an individual sitting across from me who says, I just do not want sex anymore. Sometimes it is a couple where one partner is frustrated, confused, or, even scared because intimacy has changed. Regardless of who brings the fear to the surface, what sits underneath it is often the same. What if something truly is wrong with me? The first thing I want you to know is that lower sex drive does not automatically mean there's a problem. In fact, libido is not a fixed trait. It is not something you either have or you don't have. It moves, it changes, it evolves, it responds to your environment, to your stress levels, your relationship, your health, and even the season of life that you are currently in. For instance, my libido has been pretty low since I broke my arm, for obvious reasons. Think about it. Most of us would never expect our energy levels to stay exactly the same throughout our lives. We would never expect our mood or motivation to remain frozen in time. Yet, when it comes to sex, many people assume they should feel exactly how they did at 22 years old. That is just simply not how being human works. One of the biggest libido killers I see is stress. When your nervous system is focused on surviving, it is not usually trying to focus on thriving in a sexual way. If you are worried about work or finances, parenting, caregiving, politics, your health, or if you're like me getting married, then your body may decide that sex is not the right priority in this moment. It is hard to feel erotic when our brain is busy trying to put out fires. Another major factor is the relationship itself. Resentment, unresolved conflict, feeling unseen or underappreciated, or simply just feeling disconnected can all impact desire. For many people, sex does not happen in a vacuum. The quality of the relationship often influences the quality of the sexual connection. I also want you to talk about the expectations that are showing up because this is where a lot of people get stuck. Many of us were taught that desire is supposed to be spontaneous. You see your partner, fireworks go off, and you are just ready for sex. That does happen for some people. However, research has shown that many individuals experience what is called responsive desire, or basically, in other words, desire shows up after intimacy has already started. These people do not start off wanting sex. They become interested as they start to engage with touch, connection, flirting, affection, and, just like erotic stimulation. This is why waiting around to feel horny first can sometimes become a trap. If you are expecting desire to magically appear before you engage with intimacy, you may find yourself waiting a very, very long time. I also encourage people to look at their overall relationship with sexuality. When was the last time you felt playful? When was the last time you felt curious? What about erotic? When was the last time you explored your body without the goal of orgasm? When was the last time you read something sexy? When was the last time you fantasized? When was the last time you allowed yourself to think about sex in a positive way? For many people, their sex drive did not disappear. It slowly got buried underneath responsibilities and exhaustion. Of course, there can be medical factors involved, right? Hormonal changes, chronic illness, depression, anxiety, pain, lack of sleep. All of these things can impact desire. If your libido has changed suddenly or significantly, it may be worth having a conversation with a healthcare provider to rule out potential physical contributions. The biggest takeaway that I want you to leave with today is this. Stop treating your libido like it is broken. Instead, get curious about it. Ask yourself these questions. What is helping my desire grow? What is getting in the way? What helps me feel connected to myself? What helps me feel connected to my partner? If there's an activity that you can walk away with here and do immediately after you finish this video, of course, is to complete a sexual inventory. This is one of my favorite exercises because it helps move us away from guessing and towards understanding. Think about your accelerators and brakes, or your turn-ons and turn-offs. What helps you feel more connected to your sexuality? What situations, thoughts, environments, or experiences make desire easier to access? On the flip side, what shuts you down? Stress, exhaustion? For me, getting married in a couple weeks. Body image concerns, feeling pressured to have sex. The more clearly you understand your own brakes and accelerators, the easier it becomes to stop blaming yourself and start creating the conditions where desire can actually thrive. Many people spend years wondering where their libido went without ever taking the time to explore what helps it show up in the first place. Because libido is often less about fixing something that is broken and more about creating the conditions that allow desire to return. Your libido is not the enemy. It is information. It is your mind and your body's way of communicating something to you. The question is not, how do I force my sex drive back? The question is, what is my sex drive trying to tell me? Thank you so much for being here. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Have you noticed changes in your sex drive over the years? I know I have. As always, stay curious, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time.